Welcome to Energy is Currency, the Millennial Development Podcast devoted to helping you mind your business personally and professionally. My name is Alexis Williams, and I am your marketing consultant, idea generator, and mini modern philosopher, the entrepreneur that checks all the boxes, whatever that may mean. Subscribe to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and iHeartRadio to listen to every gem in every episode. Season 1 is available on all streaming platforms. Welcome back to Energy is Currency, where we teach you how to mind your business personally and professionally. I'm your host, Alexis Williams, MBA.Lexi Show, on Instagram and all of those fancy Twitters and all of that fancy stuff. And I'm back with another episode. Bloop, bloop. I am here still talking about the work life presence concepts and how you benefit from that, man. I am trying to teach y'all how to be present, how to be in the moment, how to be with your people when you with your people. Okay, how to acknowledge how you feel when you feel it, all of that healthy stuff, right? All right. So let's go ahead and get into that thing, okay? So, the first episode that I talked about work life presence, we knocked out the first two principles, and that is filling up your cup, both mandatory. Filling up your cup is both mandatory and intentional, and honor Maslow's hierarchy of needs to access empowered versions of yourself, right? So, we figured out how to, we're going to take care of ourselves and we're going to meet our needs. Those were the first two things, okay? So, I got two more for you. This is about the inner you and the outer you in the world that you live in. Okay. Because one thing I've noticed, right? I always hear phrases like, your home is your sanctuary. And I hear phrases, I always hear about feng shui and how your home carries energy and how when it's set up the right way, you have the right flow of energy and how all of these different things is basically telling you to clean up your room. And I'm all here for that. I'm all here for people being intentional about their home spaces, okay? And about how they use their energy, okay? So we're going to knock this out together. The first principle we're going to talk about today is honor your circadian rhythm. Now, y'all say, Lexi, what is a circadian rhythm? That is your natural amount of energy that you're going to get throughout the day, right? Everybody has that peak energy, whether it's in the middle of the day, the middle of the night, middle of the afternoon, whatever your peak energy is and your low energy is. You got to honor that. Okay. And even as women, honoring our rhythms and our bodies and our flows and our cycles all make a difference in the output and productivity we experience. Okay. So, case in point, if I have in my notes because I thought this was so funny. Playing your time accordingly. This is in my notes. Playing your time accordingly. The early birds do get the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Meaning that yes, in one area, it is important to be the first one out, to have everything done first thing in the morning, right? Because that's the only way you're gonna have it. That's the only way you'll get access to the worm. If you're a bird, but what if you're not a bird? And I like the bird because sometimes sound offensive. So if you felt offended by being a bird, maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. Hit dogs holler. But the second mouse gets the cheese, meaning when somebody is setting up a mouse trap, the first mouse to get it is going to get killed. It's not going to get the cheese. But the second mouse that see that cheese and that dead rat sitting there is like, ooh, let me just go ahead and squeeze past you. Oof. Pardon me, I'm behind you. Type energy. Let me get this cheese and get on out of here before they set more traps, right? So it's not mandatory that you be up first thing in the morning to get stuff done, right? It's not mandatory for you to follow behind other people to get stuff done. It is mandatory that you figure out what works for you. I myself am a very pretentious late starter. Okay. Do I wake up early? Absolutely. Am I social as early as I wake up? Absolutely not. Nope. And so I've built my life around honoring that. So if it's a 7 a.m. phone call and my phone isn't set to respond to people until 10, you ain't gonna hear from me from 10. I have no business being anybody's emergency contact. So there's never a reason for you to call me first thing in the morning. Now that 10:01, girl, I'm your girl. What you need? The answer is yes, I can do it because I met my needs first. In the morning, and that's when I read. That's when I journal. That's when I meditate. I'm supposed to cook myself breakfast and take a bubble bath if I'm already answering emails. That is aggressive. Now hear me out. Do I get to live in that space of luxury every day? No. But more often than not, my schedule was built intentionally to give me that. And if I work this hard to give myself time, I'm using it. It's not yours. It's my time. It's me time, Lexi time. Yay. Right? All that good stuff. So maybe you need to rethink your work shift. Maybe you need to rethink your downtime, your days off. What do you need so that you can honor your natural flow? I myself, as a woman, I still get a cycle. Okay, cool. There are lots of people in this world that get cycles. Okay. I don't know how we convinced ourselves that people that get cycles need to work as hard as people who don't at the same time. I'm hemorrhaging blood. And I don't care who TMI this, 9 to 30 is, because every person that has had a cycle has hemorrhaged blood. That's just the truth of the matter. But if you're hemorrhaging blood, I need y'all to understand I ain't got no productivity. I don't. I can't think straight. I can't. My productivity is shot to shit. And I'm okay with that because I know my body needs time to do its thing. I got to honor what is more dominant with my body than any external obligation. So I plan my time around that. I got 3 weeks where I work really, really hard. And I got 1 week where I'm faking it till I make it, where I'm hiding under the radar, where I'm barely showing I'm showing up in spirit. I'm showing up so I don't get fined. I'm not there. And I'm okay with that because I give myself time to honor what my body needs. And I strongly encourage for you to figure out what that looks like for you. Okay? Because everybody's life is going to be different. Everybody's rhythm is different. Everybody's obligations are different. I'm only obligated to two little kitty cats, and they 13, 14 years old. They are old men. They ain't checking for me first thing in the morning. You got to figure out what you and that man got going on in that house. Okay? That's for you and yours. Okay? The second thing, speaking of houses, speaking of environments, is build an environment that works for you. Build an environment that works for you. Build an environment that works for you. Okay. So I'll give you my personal experience. Right now, I'm in my office. I have everything in my office that I need. I just took my air fryer out of my office. And I don't care who gets on what to judge me about having an air fryer in my office, but when you want crispy salmon for lunch, you'll figure out how to do it too. Okay? Bloop. But this is what I learned about myself. If I don't have everything that I need within arm's reach, I'm going to keep stopping my task until I do it. If I don't have water, I'm gonna get up and go get water. If I don't have tea, I'm gonna get up and go get tea. If I don't have a snack, I'm gonna get up and go get a snack. If I don't have my pens, pencils, everything I need in front of me, I'm gonna keep stopping what I'm supposed to be focusing on and being present with to meet those itty bitty needs. So build an environment that works for you. And I know this may not be an easy, digestible conversation for everybody because some people live in messy houses and some people got ADHD and who nats and Hollywoods. That's your life, but figure out how to make it work for you. So even if it is a mess, make sure you label the messes. I don't know. You'll figure it out. That's not my problem. But the environment is that you have to accommodate your needs before you, well, I'm going to say it with my whole chest. You have to accommodate your needs before you expect to be present on another task. That's just the truth. And I expect for you to meet your needs before you start another task. If you need to go to the bathroom, go. If you need a break, break. If you need food, eat. Do the things that you need to do. So when it's time for you to get to work, you 100% there. And let me be honest with you. This is nobody else's job. This is your job. This is your 100% responsibility. Nobody is going to come behind you and say, "Hey, honey, you haven't had a snack." I mean, hopefully you do, but that for me just feels very codependent. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they're gonna shove the snack down my throat. I don't like it. But you gotta figure out how to meet your needs. You can't expect everybody else to do it for you. Okay. So even like my car is prepared. I got everything I need in my car. so that no matter where I'm at, I got what I need. Some of y'all need to put deodorant in your vehicles. I'm going to just say it respectfully. Some of y'all need to put deodorant in your car. Yes, and some wipes and some mouthwash on the road consistently with you. And that way, if you forget any one of those tasks at home, it's still with you. hmm Some things are non negotiable, and hygiene should be at the top of that list of things that you absolutely agree to do. Yup, I said it. hmm But it could be even sillier than that. I'm one of those people. I have to have like snacks and pudding and animal crackers and silly stuff like that because it brings me a little joy while I'm working. So I do it. Cool. Do the things that make you happy. Come prepared. Okay. And that's by honoring your energy. Do I really have the energy to do this? Okay. Did ovulation Lexi make plans for menstruation Lexi? Because those are two different people. Honor your energy. But the whole thing about being present is giving yourself what you need to be in the moment, and being proactive about being present helps you to calm down a lot of those inner voices that can dominate experiences. We can get real self-sabotaging when we ain't ate. We can get real self-sabotaging when we haven't eaten, y'all. I said it twice. I said it ghetto and I said it grammatically correct. You get real nasty when you haven't eaten. We all turn into divas. And you gotta thrive off of more than Snickers. Get some real food. But it's like meet your needs. Meet them. And that way in the back of your mind, you're not, oh, when should I go to the grocery store? Should I do this? You're not constantly trying to make personal decisions and professional decisions at the same time. So it frees your brain and your body up to be present. What are you doing right now? Okay. And that goes for your downtime too. It ain't always just about work. Sometimes you really need to be like, hey, I can't do nothing about that spreadsheet at Six Flags. Let me have fun. Let me find a little joy. So just being really, really, really intentional about that, right? So I'm gonna give you a little background, little Lexi love note. How I came up with those two things as really big figures for me came from a movie about business. And I'm sure I've talked about this movie before because I'm obsessed with it. It's called The Founder, and it's about the McDonald's brothers who started what we know as the McDonald's franchise, and the gentleman who stepped in with his chaos that really turned McDonald's into what it is today. Okay. So, the biggest, most important part of this movie was about how they really focused on ergonomic flow within the company. So, if y'all have ever worked in fast food or any type of environment with systems, you know that the workspace is designed to make it super easy to complete a task. A lot of that energy started with McDonald's. Okay. So there was a scene in the movie where they were actually on like a park blacktop, like a basketball top. And all of the employees were together and they had trays and they had chalk and they were writing out play by play. How do we make the orders as well prepared and quickly delivered as possible? That was the three things they needed to focus on, right? So they kept resetting up the space so that this person wasn't reaching over that person. This was easy to reach, that was easy to pull. We were able to move these products much faster. So think about a service conveyor belt. Move these products faster so that from the time you order it to the time you got to the main window, you had everything you needed with a very short wait. But what that was really doing was showing you how to build an ergonomic environment, make everything accessible to you. And this doesn't just have to apply to businesses. This doesn't have to just apply to accessibility and things like that. It can apply to anybody who wants to make their life easier. That's the goal. Make your life easier. Set it up so that you're not constantly thinking about mundane tasks over and over and over and over again. Please stop. So, I want you to take some time, look at your space, think it through, and figure out, is this ergonomic? Does this work for me? Does this make my life easier? And the things that don't make your life easier are opportunities for growth. And everybody has an opportunity for growth. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. I'm not going to hold y'all hostage because you like, Lexi, you beating us over the head. You want us to get our lives together so bad. And I do. I do. I'm not going to let it, but I will give you a few episodes at a time. So if you want to check out this episode or any other episodes of Energy is Currency, we're available on Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're even on Amazon Music too. And you can even watch our videos on YouTube. We got content everywhere, y'all. And if you want to learn more about me and my business, visit blushbizonline.com. I have all your business resources. All of my books are available. Even my upcoming work life presence events are listed on there. So everything you need to know about how I mind my business is on blushbizonline.com. So I will check in with you next time. I hope you have an amazing day. And please mind your business personally and professionally. Bye, y'all.